YouTube, it's Nerdcat, and I'm back with another Nerdtastic Halloween episode. And this one was really fun to do. I decided to do a female Jack Skellington because I really love Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. He's definitely on my top 5 favorite Tim Burton characters, and I thought it would be really fun to do a female version of him. I took some inspiration from this amazing artist named NoFlutter, and I will leave her Facebook page down below so you guys can go check out her artwork as well because it is gorgeous. And she did a fantastic gender bent Jack and Sally artwork that I really love, so I thought it would be cool to add some of those aspects from her artwork into my makeup. So if you want to see how to get this female Jack Skellington, stick around.
Hey YouTube! So, let's get into this. As you can see, I already have a wig cap on. I quickly did that by just tying my hair in a low ponytail and then tucking all of my hair into the wig cap. As long as you make sure that everything is pretty much flat and even inside the wig cap, you're all good. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, there are tons on YouTube. I just do it quickly because I wasn't going out in this look. I was just doing it for the video. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm basing my face and then my collarbone chest area in white. I did it with a white water activated paint, but you could do this with white foundation, white cream paint. Any of these would have worked as well. You just want whatever part of your body that's going to be shown in white. I will say though, I do wish that I had a better powder, white powder to go over this white paint with, because as you can see it's kind of streaky and it didn't really sit as pure white as I wanted to. I either would have wanted a better powder or maybe used a white foundation would probably have been better, but I used what I had and I think it worked out pretty fine as well. So, now that all the white is down, I went in with some gray shadows to my eyelids. I decided that it would be really nice to have like a sunken in eye look, but have it still look like she's just wearing makeup. I didn't want to go the full blacked out eye or redrawing cartoon eyes over my own eyes because I wanted this to be able to, function as a look, but also have the same aesthetic as a cartoony character. So I went in with some gray eyeshadow, but as you can see, my eyeshadow is not very pigmented. I regret using this because it really didn't do what I wanted it to do at all. All it really did was take up some time and put a whole bunch of fallout on my cheeks, as you can see here, which I had to go back and redo all the white that I put down. So that was fun. Here is when I started realizing that my eyeshadow just wasn't going to cut it, but I couldn't figure out what to do yet, so I decided to move on to my eyebrows instead of getting angry and frustrated. Now with my eyebrows, I had two things in mind when doing them. I wanted to keep them completely black because that's how the eyebrows look in the photo that NoFlutter created. So I wanted to keep that kind of aesthetic. And I wanted to have these swoops at the ends of the eyebrows because in a lot of Tim Burton's animations and movies, he has extra lines and swoops and swirls everywhere, so I wanted to keep that in mind. Also, I kind of just love a dark eyebrow. I think they're like a classic beauty, and I always enjoy using them in my everyday look and, in my costumes. So here's when I first thought, oh, let's use black paint on my eyes. I quickly redid this though, because I realized there's so much dark already in aspects, because I'll have the mouthpiece, the nose piece, the lashes, and the eyebrows. I wanted to keep it a little more subtle and as a different gradient. So I went in with gray body paint instead and covered my lid in that. So it kind of looked like she had gray eyeshadow, but also that sunken in look that I was going for. And I think it came out pretty good, because it really does look like she has gray eyeshadow on, which was the whole point. Now you don't have to use body paint for this if you have a gray eyeshadow that's pigmented. I did not, so I had to use the paint. But, use what you got. This look is definitely forgiving. That might be why I love it so much. So now I'm going in with the lashes. I started with a small wing and then elongated the inner corner of my eye slightly, because I wanted a slightly elongated eye. With these lashes, I just had so much fun drawing them. I kept a reference photo of NoFlutter's female Jack Skellington, so I could see how she created the lashes. And in her photo, it is very, extreme and exciting, and as if the lashes themselves had a mind of their own, which I really like that aspect. So I wanted to keep that in mind while drawing mine. Now, you could get the same kind of look with fake lashes, but I never end well with fake lashes. I almost always glue my lashes wrong or glue my eyes closed slightly. It never ends well, so I choose not to use them, but you totally can for this look, and it would work just as well, if not better. When I'm drawing the lashes though, I made sure that they were kind of asymmetrical. So some were longer than others, some crisscrossed, some went different directions. I really wanted them to look realistic and also slightly alive, because that's the feeling I got from the artwork. Now I just elongated the inner corner slightly more and drew inwards a little bit. I wanted to have the eyes to look like she did a full set of makeup on her eyes, but I also wanted a gap. So I had to go back in with some white, as you see here, and definitely outline where that gap is. There's a lot of fixing over there, as you'll see, because I couldn't get it just right at the first time, so I had to keep going back and fixing for a few minutes. So now that the eyes are done, I went on to my nose. And I decided to add the skeleton nose shape or gap because I really love that look in skeleton paintings and face paint and stuff like that. So I wanted to keep that as part of my look. To be honest, I liked it better this first time that you see me drawing it. Near the end, I kind of fiddle with it, and it ends up more triangle shaped than heart shaped as it is here. That's my own fault. It still works. I just wish that I didn't fiddle with it, to be honest. Anyway, I go in with my lips now, and I tried to keep them very similar to NoFlutter's artwork. She had these kind of pouty lips, and they were very small, so I kind of kept that in mind while drawing my lips on. I used black paint again, but that's because I don't have black lipstick. If you have black lipstick, it would probably be a lot easier and it would stay better. Then from the corners of my mouth, I drew out jagged lines and then added a swirl where the hollows of my cheeks probably would be. I'm not completely sure. I just really wanted a swirl at the end. They're probably not exactly where my hollows are, but you get it. I again added the swirl to pay that homage to Tim Burton's artwork and stylized look. And I think it looks really cool with these swirls at the end. It definitely adds that kind of whimsical feel to it. Then I went in and just drew asymmetrical lines because I wanted to keep that kind of look of Jack Skellington's mouth where they're just lines, but some are longer and some are shorter. I didn't want them to look like stitches, so I didn't cross any, and I tried to make them as straight as possible. Now, I decided that I wanted to draw on Jack's, bat bow tie. I'm glad I tried, but I'm not great at it. It is definitely not good, because I was freehanding it, and I'm not very good at freehanding stuff, especially when it's on my chest. When it's on my face, I can freehand it. When it's on my chest in a very awkward position, and I'm looking at it in a mirror, I'm not very good at it. But I really wanted this aspect on there, so I decided to do it. I did use a reference photo, of course, and I will say it would probably be 10 times easier if you just bought the bat bow tie. I'm pretty sure every costume store has one of these. But I wanted to try, so. So now that that's done, that's pretty much the entire makeup. I put on this wig that is a wig I got at Party City a while ago. I'm pretty sure it was called Vampy or something. I trimmed the bangs so they were a little more rounded, and then I sprayed it with some white hairspray, and I think it looks really cute. And yeah, just finishing touches, mascara of course. And that's it. That's your female Jack Skellington. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe. And I'll see you next time. As always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later!